a living will, not to be confused with a last will. The living will is a document where it's really a set of instructions for your healthcare agent. What you would want, what you wouldn't want, mostly if you were ever diagnosed to be in a permanent vegetative state. No brain waves, no capacity. What would you want or what wouldn't you want? And, truth be told, most people go a traditional route and they instruct their children or their spouse or whoever the healthcare agent is to say something like this, to my friends, to my family, to my doctors: if I'm ever diagnosed to be in a permanent vegetative state, don't use heroic measures to keep me around. Keep me, out of pain, but let me go in peace. Let me keep my dignity. Don't make me suffer because I'm being kept alive on a feeding tube, on a ventilator, on some kind of machine where there's no quality of life. There's nothing going on upstairs. And not a pleasant, not a pleasant thing, but, for a lot of people, it makes a lot of sense. You're not, you don't want to be kept in some kind of state. You don't want your family to watch you in some kind of awful, terrible state. Now, understand, this is a statement of yours, and you will say whatever it is that makes sense for you. Sometimes people say, I want to be kept alive no matter what. I'll take experimental drugs. I'll take body part donations. I'll do whatever it is. I want to be kept. They want to, their heads, they want to be frozen, whatever it is. Look, that doesn't make sense for most people. But, you'll tell your healthcare agent what to instruct the doctors to do or not to do. But it's important. Now, sometimes people think that the living will is kind of like a do not resuscitate. And I have to correct people. It's not a do not resuscitate. DNR, it can only be signed by the person and a physician. And usually it's done when someone's going in for a procedure. I mean, oftentimes, a client's 97 years old, they're in chronic pain, and they're going in for a heart procedure. And the doctor says, look, Mr. Jones, if something happens, do you want me to get start your heart again if it stops? And the guy might say, no, listen, I'm 97 years old. I'm in chronic pain. If the ticker stops, let me go. I don't want to be kept alive. That cannot be done in an attorney's office. The living will is instructions what your healthcare agent should express to the doctors under different circumstances.